we have been discussing this sixth chapter, including 6 aspects of 3 qualities, and if we add sannyasa becomes 7. While discussing that, we have seen up to verse number 40. Then when we saw up to verse number 39, in verse number 40 we saw in the last class that anything and everything that we see is mixture of 3 gunas. So either sattva-guna, raja-guna, tama-guna predominance. And based on the guna predominance, I function in life. While discussing this thing, now Lord Krishna thought, okay, this is enough of talking this thing. Now again let me summarize the whole teaching. So from 41, again he is trying to summarize little differently. Let us read so that it becomes easier. Brahmana kshatriya visham shudranam cha parantapa karmani prabhibhaktani svabhava prabhaver gunai. He is trying to say this very nicely. Now, based on the guna, karmani, the duties, brahmana, kshatriya, visham, sudranam cha. So visham means here vaishya iti. So we'll come to this point. As we have seen in the 4th chapter itself, Chaturvanya maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasaha. So I hope you remember that. Because this is the basic fundamental, concept of Hinduism, you can say, as we have discussed some time back. Veda Purvabhaga, the first portion of Veda, we also call as Karmakanda, ritualistic portion of Veda, decides the culture. That's why unless a person is exposed to Veda Purvabhaga, will not be able to understand culture. What you call as Indian culture or Hindu culture, it is impossible to understand. Without understanding the culture, the person will not be able to understand Vedanta. Vedanta will be time pass, intellectual jargon, or use the Vedanta for others. Interestingly, here also now one Mela is going on in Bhubaneswar. I have not gone yet. So in Bhubaneswar everything continues, don't worry. But here is called, like a Kumbh Mela, small Kumbh Mela, mini Kumbh Mela. In Khandagiri, lot of sadhus are, doing a lot of things. It's a very big festival going on. What I am highlighting here is, so many of them do come to exhibit themselves. Like all these companies, how they go to expo. So this Kumbh Mela or this sort of melas are exhibition center, expo, okay? So also, some of you also, if this concept is not understood, Vedanta will be only available for expo. You understand concept what I am trying to highlight very carefully. That's why we have discussed, in fact, in few days back, I had put it in Facebook, this point, this message was there, I hope so, that how to choose your profession. Especially present day, people choose profession based on money. Like many of us are here, what they studied and what they are doing has no connection. Not many, almost all of them, okay? And in India especially, everybody becomes engineer finally to end up as a software engineer. Engineering and software engineering, I don't know what is the connection, okay? Let me not get into. So when a person chooses career based on the money, definitely the person will have conflict. There will be competition. Lot of other issues will come. Nobody can help. That's why a person is supposed to choose a career based on one's own swabhava. In fact, this is the verse, based on this I am coming, this and next. So when he says swabhava, so swabhava means what is your quality, exactly what you want to do. And Swamiji, I am confused. Today I am Sattvic, tomorrow I am Rajasic, day after tomorrow I am Tamasic. Swamiji, why? Morning, now I am Rajasic, suddenly I become Sattvic. And again I become Tamasic. Now in this case, how to choose? I want to study Vedanta. Also I want to excel in my field, Rajasic. Also I want to enjoy my life. You understand? These are the three things. I want to study Vedanta. Is Sattvic? I hope so. Okay? Understand or not? Swamiji, I want to attend your class. Sattvic. Swamiji, also I want to excel in my field. I want to be the top. Okay, nothing wrong in it. You must compete, destroy, jealousy, this, that. Fantastic, good. Rajasic. And for what? Swamiji, I want to also enjoy my life. Starting with the way I want to get up, I can get up. The way I want to do whatever I want to do. People should be according to me, blah, blah, blah. Now, that is tamasic or not? Can you see this 3 point? Now, if this is my character of my life, now tell me what to do. How to choose my life? What should I do? There we say, go by hereditary. What is your family job? That you should pick up. Then you can say, look, my father itself was confused. If my father has followed something, then I can respect. You can put the blame on father, don't worry, okay? What about grandfather? Don't ask, okay? My father does not know what grandfather was doing, okay? There are nowadays cases, okay? Sometimes also they will say, my father does not know who was my grandfather, okay? This is one step, dangerous statement, but nowadays also possible, don't worry. So if this is the case, so how to look at? So how to go about it? That's why we say very carefully, when your jati, birth is not confirmed, guna, you are confused, then what is to be done? There you need to slow down the process. But if your swabhava becomes to confuse, to doubt, you understand? Swabhava means your quality, your nature is to confuse, to doubt, nothing will happen. That's why Lord Krishna wants to highlight very carefully, this is the essence, that the entire Bhagavad Gita was divided into two. One is, because there are different ways of classification, okay? One is Pravrutti Marga, other one is Nivrutti Marga. So Pravrutti Marga means the Marga, the path that you are being engaged, those who are extrovert. Through Karma Yoga. Whereas there is another aspect called Nivrutti Marga, where you are able to withdraw, that is called Jnana Yoga. So we need Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga, not for Karma Yoga is for Yogyata Prapti. Jnana, for the sake of Jnanam, you need qualification. So it will prepare the mind. So Jnana Yogyata Prapti. Sake, we need Karma Yoga. Now, if this is the case, and of course this Jnana Yoga or Nivrutti Marga itself is liberation. That's why somebody explained very nicely what is Gita. Even though technically is not right, but we can take it very carefully. Gita means, to understand Gita, just opposite, just ulta kar do. Just flip it. So if you flip the word Gita, you will understand what is Gita, what is the essence of Gita. So Gita means, if you flip it, Tagi, instead of Tagi, Tyagi. So if you become Tyagi, if you become a renunciate, that is the essence. Not Bhogi, okay? But I want to be Bhogi, but I want to understand Gita. You understand the concept? It will not work. That's why here is being said that Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Sudranam cha Parantapa Karmani Pravibhiktani. So that means this Pravibhiktani means is divided. That means Pravibhiktani are divided. Of what? These karmas, based on what? Gunaihi, according to the gunas. And of course, Swabhava, Prabhavaihi. And these gunas born of one's own nature, or you can say one's own karma. So that means my guna, my nature is being developed based on my karma, in short. So today, what is my guna? Yesterday was my sadhana. Like somebody said very nicely, why that person is enjoying life, not me? Because that person has worked a lot. Like, especially in India, when you look at all these administrative service people, and especially also all these diplomats, if you see Indian diplomats in other countries, they have comforts like all these ambassadors, they have comfort, no doubt in it. So you say, wow, what a life, especially in overseas. I'm just talking about, for example's sake, like in other countries, including many countries, like judges, they have to drive their own car. Top judges, I'm talking, High Court, they have to drive their own car, and what a life, they have to carry one file. Whereas if you become ambassador, even if deputy ambassador, there is a driver to drive your car. What a luxury, huh? Of course, there is cook and whatnot, all the facilities are available. So the best luxury you can have. So when you look at this sort of things, you say, wow, what a life. But to become an ambassador, to become a diplomat, how much the person has put effort. Because those sadhana has become part of life. That's why, if you remember, in second chapter, Sthitapragyasya ka bhasa samadhistasya kesava sthitadhi kim prabhaseta kimasiti brajeti kim. When Arjuna asked this question to Lord Krishna, so what is the characteristics of a wise person whose buddhi dhi is sthita, steady, stable? That time, Adi Shankaracharya writes commentary Yani yani sadhakasya sadhanani bhavanti. Whatever becomes the sadhaka's sadhana, those becomes jnani person's lakshana, characteristic. It's a beautiful introduction. So today, whatever is sadhana, that becomes tomorrow your part of life. But I don't want to do sadhana, but I want everything to be part of me. Is it possible? Will it be possible? That's why here is being said that this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, these 4 categories. So that was being divided based on guna. And these qualities again are being developed based on karma. Because whatever you keep doing, whether you like it or not, you will develop that sort of things. It's like if you are not care about your goal, this is what people look in their life. Without knowing what they are looking for, everybody wants to, do everything. So people think to live, to enjoy their life is my goal. But how to live or how to enjoy life? Yes, for enjoyment I need money. Hey, money has nothing. I need luxury. Hey, money or luxury has nothing to do with your living or being happy. This is the basic thing one is supposed to understand. Because me being happy, happiness has nothing to do with luxury or money. That's why I have seen personally, those who believe in money, that money is everything, they bribe others. They always show their money power. So they think by money they can do anything and everything. This is my personal observation. Because remember, money is nothing. Money helps me. Money facilitates. But money does not give me enjoyment. Money does not give me happiness. Money does not give sometimes even comfort. Sometimes, okay? In fact, when there is no money, you sleep better, okay? When there is money, in India, ED will come, okay? Or your different countries, different agency will get in to catch you. It's a big mess. So that's why when this karma is being decided, why all these things? Because please understand, the Veda decides who is supposed to do what. Then you may ask the question, why Veda decides? Don't you think that Veda is impartial? That's why giving a favor to Brahmins especially, will be seen next verse, okay? Because they were the people, or they are the people, they only propagated, also they protected, and everything they made in their favor. There is a group here also, they talk this sort of things, okay? Don't you think that? It's not like that. Please try to understand. Why? First of all, one has to understand, like if you are in your country, what is to be done? What is rule? Is it being decided by what? Decided by your constitution. And who has written constitution? Each country, okay? Few people, okay? I don't want to go more than this, okay? That time, whatever they felt is good, they wrote the constitution. Even though there are amendments, again, who does amendment? Again, few people, even though mass, but few people. But we have to. So also, if you look at that way, Veda decides what is to be done. Because why? Veda being pramana, number one. Number two, Veda teaches me what is my goal of life. Because if I decide my goal of life, always I will look for enjoyment. I will not decide for growth because I don't know what is growth. Like a child. If you ask a child to decide his or her life, what child will do? Definitely child is not going to decide anything. Only eat, sleep, whatever comes to the mind will do it. That's why here he says, look, these duties of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra are divided by Vedas based on guna. And interestingly, when you look at this thing, we also need to understand there is no superiority, there is no inferiority. That Brahmins are the best. Second is Kshatriya, third is Vaishya, fourth is Sudra. It's not like that at all. That's why to avoid that, in Purusha Suktam is being highlighted that Brahmanyasya mukham asit, bahu rajanya krutaha, uru tad, it comes like, no, uru tadasya yat vaisyaha, padvyam sudro ajayata. In Purusha Suktam it comes. So what does it mean? Like, no, if you look at an individual, the Purusha is a totality. Here I am putting it an individual. If you look at an individual, the individual thinking, because mouth, okay, mukha is face. So the thinking, the head, the thinking should be like Brahmin thinking. We'll see what is Brahmin, okay? And of course, Vahu, the arm. When you, like Kshatriya, protecting. So when any situation happens, you are a protecting personality. And of course, this called Uru, the thigh, is like exactly the whole body depends upon it. So that means the business sustains the whole family. And of course, Pada, the feet, should serve you. That should be the way of looking at individual. When we try to understand this, we also come to a point, because the way I am is based on my karma that we have discussed in the previous class. That's why Swabhavaha Prabhavaihi Gunani. So that means if based on my guna, my character, now again which is born out of the Prakriti, these three things, now based on that I start functioning, and also I need to pick up my profession, my karma. Or else what will happen is, today whatever is interesting or whatever gives me money, I take up that. Look at all of you. Like somebody, when people call me, sometimes some of you know, Swamiji, whether to jump or not. So I ask the question, one question. So what is the hike? Can you tell me? Is it stable and a hike is good? Jump. Because you have to be very clear. There is no second thing. No, Swamiji, my ego is being nurtured, this and that. Hey, don't worry. As long as you are there, you go, anything goes wrong, you will be kicked out, okay? Like, higher and fire, okay? But what I am trying to say is, in this case, you cannot really grow. That's why, in this atmosphere, wherever you are, there is no mental growth except your, muscle power with money. You have only muscle power with money, nothing else. Other than money power, just look at yourself. Be honest to yourself. Other than money power, do you have any power? Nothing is there. So that's why here is being highlighted that if money becomes only power for you, that means you cannot see the growth. Here I need to look at, I need to do what is to be done. So at least let me improve my karma, so that based on karma, my guna also will improve. And interestingly, while discussing, he says, look, my concept here is nothing. Whatever I do, I don't do for anything for me. That should be attitude. Yeah, Swamiji, I don't do anything for you, for me. Like somebody told me very nicely, Swamiji, I don't do anything for me. I do for you. Hey, who are you, idiot, to do for me? You understand? There are people, somebody, no? Swamiji, I do only for you. Hey, who are you? Don't cheat me. Don't cheat yourself. Hey, learn to do for yourself. At least if you can do for yourself, at least you will have some type of real ego, not, bloated ego. Anyway, let me not get into too much. But here, what I am highlighting here is that when I see I am a Tamasic person, I know very well with this analysis, let me come to Rajasic aspect. If I am a Rajasic person, let me improve, come to Sattvic aspect. Because anyway, I have to come under any one category and I cannot afford to fluctuate. So if this is the case, now let us read the next verse so that we'll go. Samodamastapassaucham kshantirarjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavajam. Says beautifully. So these are the duties of Brahmanas, which again is born out of their nature, not by birth, okay? That's why when I see people, first I try to respect Guna Brahmana, by quality who is a Brahmin. If not, at least Karma Brahmana. Then karma means by action. We'll be seeing this. Then if not, Jati Brahmana by birth. So we go for Jati Brahmana by birth because there will be some samskaras. Keeping quiet or taking shower, doing this thing, doing that. There are some cultural practices, by default it comes. Suppose the person doesn't have that also. You understand? Like I have seen college days also, in our days. No, there will be, in hostel there will be nail, okay? So the nail was very nice, very useful, one nail will be there. What they do is, when they leave house, they'll come that punal, that sacred thread, they will remove and put on the nail. And again what they will do is, when they go back, the day, again they will put and go back to the home. So father will say, how come so clean, so nice? Yeah, in between I changed. Oh, you have changed, huh? Okay. So father is very happy, comfortable. Because he removes that, so becomes Sudra. You understand the concept? You must have seen also many cases. Don't tell me, okay? And like I saw, somebody was very tough, proudly says, hey, I am Brahmin. I said, wow, very nice. Now you can see, like especially in Tamil Nadu, I have another few minutes, so that's why I want to kill you, okay, today, don't worry. So in Tamil Nadu, there is a language, okay, Brahmin language. All these guys, okay, now we'll start laughing, okay. So what is it? When a Brahmin talks to a Brahmin, language changes. Okay, kill every day, kill, okay. And you know better, let me not talk. Including the serving spoon also changes, okay. And the best part is the vada is size, okay? The vada, that size of the vada also changes, okay? Let me not get into too much, it will not look nice. If anyone listens, will kill me. What is happening to you, Swamiji, today? And suddenly I discovered the person was, moving somewhere and some water sports or something like that. And the person didn't have punal because it has gone away something. I said, what is this? Without any secretary. No, that water sports now went. I said, okay, after that, did you do Prayaschitam? At least, did you do 1000 times Gayatri? I was in overseas. How does it matter it? So that means, even if you are not Jati Brahman, okay, you understand the concept, what I am trying to highlight here is. So also, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Because Lord Krishna wants to highlight with this, I'll stop it. Profession by itself is not important. But behind the profession, your attitude is important. That attitude only makes you to grow. And if your attitude is healthy, you will be a different personality. If your attitude is not healthy, whatever you may do, you will suffer in your life. In the next class, we'll see the division of the karma based on Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Please close your eyes. Om Purnavadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.